No free brand deals. Forgot to put tape on there. What is up, YouTube? Back at it again with another video. It is Mother's Day, and I am currently out there smoking some ribs. It is 2:20, so I don't have a lot of time to try and do a little bit of this video. But if we finish as much as I can today, we'll see how long we get. So, we're finally going to be at least putting the crank and the crank bearings in. I know that one for sure. The piston, the lower end, where the rod bearings in, I'm going to clean them again because freaking cat hair. And my cat likes to get up here for some reason. Watch my language. But yeah, I should have everything. The crank is oiled down and clean. The block is oiled down and clean. They're both in bags. I just cleaned the I forget the name of them. They hold the crank in, and they hold the crank bearings and all that. I can't remember the name of them. And I haven't been able to remember the name of them the past couple days. So truthfully, I couldn't tell you what they're called. But I've got them sitting right there on a sawhorse, on a rag, after drying off from brake clean. Clearly, it's the cheap stuff, but it works. But let's go ahead and get this stuff unwrapped and put it in the motor. I've got to do this, drop the bearings in, drop the crank in, drop their bearings in, and put those in, and I'm not going to torque them probably until I get the pistons in. And then I'll just flip it back over and go through and torque every piston. I'll take them tight, but I won't torque them down until I'm ready. But without further ado, let's get this thing unwrapped. Don't mind the trash can sitting right here. I have it just because clearly I was cleaning parts from when I cleaned off the block. I just wanted to move it closer so that it was a little easier instead of making a pile or something like that. And there is oil sitting in the bottom of this bag. And I'll still do one final wipe down in each of those before I'm ready to put those in, just to be 110% sure. So I need a paper towel. And I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of brake clean. Just a smidge, just to make it clean. And on final assembly, when I go to throw the bearings in, I will be hitting them with a assembly lube on the inside and out, just for safety. See, look at that. But that is oil that had sat on there. I'm gonna switch that inside out. I almost did it. That's why I ripped off two. Now I'm not in a closed space with brake clean. Don't worry about that. I got that window open, that door open, the big door open. So we're golden. If I start speaking gibberish, well, you understand what happened. Alright, there's that. I still haven't even opened up the assembly lube. So I'm going to throw on a glove. Hold on, getting the glove on. Grab the assembly lube, which still has not been opened. I've had this assembly lube for a good little while now. And nothing ever opens just right. There we go. Oh, it's green. I thought it was going to be red. I have never seen green assembly lube. Put a little little dab on each of them. That one will get 2 because it's a little bit bigger. Just going to set it right there. Go ahead and wipe her on there. It's a little thicker than regular wool, so it makes this a lot better for it. Especially if you're gonna let it sit for a while, like I am, because clearly I'm not ready, because I still got to do the heads, even once the bottom end is done. It's gonna sit for a little bit, because I want to get the, of course, the heads done. Still thinking about a cam, but I don't need the cam yet to put this ball back together. Alright, so I think I'm going to get the ends first. But I think I'm going to put down a fresh paper towel on this little thing that I'm using to hold the Pistons, just so there is not a worry in my mind about any sort of cat hair, nothing. Just so we're all good, because I've got to open these packages. I'm just going to put on a fresh glove. I'm just going to bring y'all over here while I open these up. Don't mind the hand sanitizer. It's just kind of something I was using to help keep Dum Dum from hopping up there. Yeah, there is a little cat hair on there, so I'm just going to put new gloves on. Just pop all these open. Try to avoid touching them as much as I can without gloves on. That is some thick packaging. Please don't do that. Grab it from the side. I cannot stand this dang cat hair. Trying to avoid touching the inside and outside of it as best as I can. But they sealed it in like the tightest packaging. Okay, there's one. I've got these two, this one, and that big one there. These are the bottoms, those are the tops. I guess they don't want to bounce around and hitting each other and whatnot, but they didn't have to seal them up so tight. Once I put these in, I'm going to hit it again with some more assembly lube. And then I can go ahead and set the crankshaft in. There goes my neighbor walking across his yard. Again, super gentle. So there's our top at the rear of the crank. And then there's the bottom. All right. Of course, you can't forget your cold one, especially when you're working on your motor. If it ain't built with a cold one, you ain't building something right. All right, gloves. We'll throw 2 of them on this time. Try to put them on quick so I'm not wasting y'all's time either. Come on. There we go. Gotta remember, snap them. And boom, we already got a cat hair on one of the bearings. 2 cat hairs. I'm pretty sick of this cat hair. Is it supposed to sit up that high? I'm not 110. Let's go ahead and throw one of these in and take a look. These ones shouldn't. But I think once the crank gets set on there. Yeah, there we go. See, that's as far as that one goes down. Let me grab a hammer. I'm joking. Very delicate little process. This has been a long time coming for this motor. That would suck so bad if I dropped one of these. Then I'd basically have to stop the video and get a whole nother set. It'd be a twofer. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just hit them all again with some assembly lube. And then we can go ahead and drop the crankshaft in. Which is still in the bag that I got open. I might hit them all just a little bit extra. Full concentration, you just kind of let your other hand just droop. Kind of looks a little bit like the rainbow. But just you lose concentration. I noticed it just a second ago. Okay, that's good. We're golden. I think we'll do one more drop of assembly lube in each of them. Just for safeties. And I gotta open up that bag. Can I do that with one hand? Let me get the crank and, well, I'll just leave y'all rolling for a second. This shouldn't take me long to get this crank out of here. I may at least decide to just switch the angle instead. So you can at least see me pick the crank up, carry it over there, finally set it in. Make sure we're cat hair free, of course, the whole step of the way. Making the bag want to stick to. Okay. Something's keeping us up. Nope. There we went. Boom. Of course, now I've got to switch gloves because I've been touching these parts. See, just a few pieces of cat hair. I'm just like, being real anal about the cat hair. But, yeah. Let me, I don't think I really need to do it. Well, I gotta switch my gloves, of course, but other than that, I have the rear main seals already ready to go. Back on the motor. Probably just drop some more assembly lube on each one of these and then set the, get the other parts ready. Okay. Let me get the things in here. I'm gonna put the caps on them, or not, the bearings in them. Then I'll come back to you as I'm about to put them in, because I've also got to find the socket for them. That'll make it a little easier to put them back in. So we'll be right back. Okay. So I got all the rod ends, or I don't know what the heck they're called, but everything is clean. Everything is ready to go. Had to drop a little bit of assembly lube in each of them and put their appropriate bearing in there. We need to do one final check. And we're good. Let me drop a little bit of assembly in there. I've already got a little bit on, of course, you've seen that part. Set that on there, just push this in. So we're facing the right direction. I'll just go ahead and drop bolts in. I won't tighten them down just yet. They look like the old bolts, but they definitely are the old bolts. I've used old bolts before. Some people say don't do it. Some people say go for it. Just make sure you torque them all the way back down, maybe a little extra, and pray you don't snap one. I'm cheap. I just got a new bike, so it ain't happening. If the OEM stuff ain't good, then, well, no, this motor has been rebuilt. So we're golden. They're not even that old. If they weren't already reused once. Let's hope they weren't. Let's set this one down and do the same thing. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe as well. You don't even have to watch the videos regularly. Just subscribe. I want to quit my job. And your subscription will help me get to that point. If I can get paid to do this kind of stuff, because this is just my free time. I'm quite literally smoking ribs at the same time for my mama. And then here we go again. A little bit more assembly lube. Technically, this is also not the first time I've ever built a motor. But this is the first time I've ever built a motor with more than one cylinder. I want to say I'm supposed to put lube on these, but I can't remember because they do have to stretch. I want to say I do. But I don't think it has to be assembly lube. I think it could just be regular old oil. Which I'm probably gonna just do that instead. And that one should squeeze itself down. Okay. I'm going to get one of my tiny cups and just dip each bolt in oil, each end of the bolt. I don't know why that one's much longer, but I don't know. Might just be because of the whole thing. But these are all the exact same way they came out. I pulled them out, loosened them up, and lifted the whole cap off, and actually set it down over there. So, what? Then we go to the debate. What thickness do I want to put on these bolts? It really doesn't matter because it's just going to get mixed in with other stuff. So let me grab a cup. And eeny, meeny, miny, goo. Got a little bit of 0-20 right here. Even though I'm probably going to run 1030 in this motor, at least for the break-in period. And then we'll go from there. I don't know how often I'm going to be running this motor until I start running the motor. And then it might be all the time, it may be every now and again. I'm just going to thread it in a little bit, move on to the next one. Give them a little tug, make sure they're actually threaded. I mean, this might be all we do in this video. Especially because it's Mother's Day and I gotta start doing asparagus here shortly. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough time. If anything, I'll clean the rod parts where the rod bearings go in off camera. And the next video will be assembling those, putting them in, because that's gonna take a minute. Doing one at a time, being very meticulous because I'm going to be by myself. Don't fret about this next part. I'm just going to use it to take them down snug. Not even snug, close to it. You're about to find out what I'm about to do. Don't go blowing up my comment section. You didn't give it enough Ugga Duggets. That just gave it away. I'm just taking it down tight. Again, I'm not torquing these down yet. Again, not torquing them down. That's it. Oh man. Like butter. Oh man. The last one never spun this good. Oh man. That just, oh my God. That just kind of like, wow. I can't stop looking at it when I do it. It's just beautiful how it like effortless, like look, pinky. Really zero effort. Like you can look at the flatness of my pinky. Let me get it to there. The flatness of my pinky, there's going to be no curve to it while I do it. Just spins like butter. Well, there's that. I ought to torque them down in this video, but I'm probably going to do that off camera and tell y'all in the next video when I go to torque down the rod bearings. Just let y'all know. A couple bubbles in the oil got me like, oh. A few bubbles on the oil on the on there got me like, oh, because of what happened the last time with a crankshaft. Not that I dropped it. That was just for the video, but when I scratched them, pulling out the rods. So when I go to do this, I'm going to be very slow with it. Then it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a video, maybe, or I'll time lapse it. I don't know yet, but all I know is I'm going to be taking my time. That just sounds so good. Wow. Yay. Let me hear from the people in the back. But without further ado, I'm going to end it off for today. I'm going to put a bag back over this because I don't want any cat hair in this motor. I've been trying to be so meticulous about it. But if y'all aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You don't have to really watch the videos like that. Go ahead and like it, share it, I suppose. I don't think y'all will, but yeah. Go ahead and check back in the next one when I'm doing this. It might even be tomorrow. I might upload that tomorrow, or do that video tomorrow. This one's probably not getting uploaded today. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It might. I'm gonna check the ribs, make sure they're good. Then I might sit down and just do a little bit of the editing. But y'all take it easy. Come back next time. Love y'all. Subscribe, comment, whatever.